The King of Fighters 15 is without a doubt SNK's most anticipated sequel in a very long time. The game is in active development and a big reveal trailer is on the way. To make this wait more bearable, I'm introducing this new video series titled The Road to the King of Fighters 15. With each video, we'll target a specific King of Fighters 15 set of features and discuss their importance to the game's success. In today's video, I would like to talk about 5 non-gameplay related features that would make the King of Fighters 15 a must-have for many fans. I must warn you though, that many of these points do not add much to the game's gameplay as said, and some are here only for nostalgia reasons. Now before I get into that, a gentle reminder to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you're notified whenever a new video from NeoGeo is online. With that said, let's talk about the top 5 King of Fighters 15 non-gameplay features I would love to see in the game. Stage intros. One of the wow moments I remember having when I first saw the King of Fighters 94 back in 1994 was the stage intros. These mini intro sequences for the game stages that preceded a match were unheard of. Seeing a massive temple door open before revealing the characters facing each other, or having the camera zoom in through the jungle to meet the Ikari warriors was an amazing little experience that adds to the atmosphere of the game. Stage intros were present for the first 3 games of the King of Fighters series, but were toned down with each release before completely disappearing in King of Fighters 99. With how ambitious the King of Fighters 15 is, bringing back these short and sweet stage intros will definitely add to the presentation of the game. I mean, we did get the first game's intro music in the King of Fighters 15 teaser trailer. What better way to top that than with bringing these awesome stage intros back? Teammates spectating. Another feature that has absolutely no effect on gameplay is the team members waiting in the background. This visual feature was another unique thing about the King of Fighters series. Seeing your teammates cheering for you and reacting to the battle is an amazing experience that also disappeared after the King of Fighters 98. While in the first games you could request the help of your teammates in a pre-Striker King of Fighters era, just having your other 2 characters in the background reacting to how good or bad you're doing in the match would add to the atmosphere of the game. Now I know this might be difficult to pull off in 3D, and no other game has done it before, but again, SNK pioneered this feature in 1994 for 2D, why not hope that they can do the same for 3D in 2021? Robust story mode. Since their first fighting game, Fatal Fury, SNK has always shown how much they care about their game's lore, and the King of Fighters is the holy grail of fighting game storytelling. With intricate plots, sagas, and character development not seen in any other fighting game. The King of Fighters story is split into sagas consisting of 3 to 4 games each. The King of Fighters 14 started the newly Shunei or Verse saga, and this second chapter will probably add a lot to the overarching story. But that would only be effective if the game offered a robust story mode. For the last few SNK games, story mode consisted of an arcade ladder with couple cutscenes here and there. Well, that would be okay a few years ago, it definitely does not cut it for today's market. While we don't expect an intricate and cinematic story mode akin of the Mortal Kombat series, I would love to see a coherent story mode that spans the entire game and one that would give us a definite ending for the King of Fighters 15 story. The King of Fighters 13 had an interesting take on story mode, with a number of slightly animated cutscenes, but that mode was very convoluted and required a number of trial and errors and replays before getting the correct story path. Good graphics. Now let's address the giant elephant in the room. Yes, a fighting game graphics do matter. When the King of Fighters 14 was revealed, the game was ridiculed for how bad the 3D looked and was even compared to PlayStation 2 remasters. Even though the King of Fighters 14 turned out to be one of the series' best in terms of gameplay, roster, and balance, the game never reached its full potential sales-wise, partially due to the graphics. Now luckily, SNK knows that, and the company's own chairman said so himself. With the new King of Fighters 15 using Unreal Engine 4 and taking the King of Fighters 14 feedback to heart, I have no doubt that the game will look good, but how good is the question. King of Fighters 15 needs to wow for its first reveal trailer. While I would love for the game to take the anime cel shaded look that other fighters did, including Dragon Ball FighterZ and Guilty Gear Strive, I don't believe that this would be possible due to the King of Fighters' large roster. But either way, I am hoping that the King of Fighters 15 will have a great first impression that would not alienate gaming fans who are not serious about gameplay and rather prefer to play casually and enjoy the game's roster and graphics. Multi-console simultaneous release. When the King of Fighters 14 was released, it did so as a PlayStation 4 exclusive. The game would take few months before releasing on PC via Steam. Doing something similar in this day and age would limit the potential and popularity of the King of Fighters 15, and seeing how spread the gaming community is right now between the new consoles, old consoles and PC, I believe it is quintessential for the King of Fighters 15 to release on multiple systems and at the same time. If KOFXV is indeed releasing in 2021, then it is definitely important for the game to release on the previous generation of consoles like the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, with a better version graphically available for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Of course, a PC version is also as important, and for once we would love for it to release at the same time as its console's counterpart, and not a year or so later, like the King of Fighters 14 or Samurai Showdown. The PC fighting game community has been growing exponentially, and alienating these fans or pushing them towards purchasing a console would definitely not be fair. Now, with multiple simultaneous release comes the question of online play and crossplay, but those are two features I will be heavily discussing in a future episode of The Road to the King of Fighters 15. Let me know what you guys think about these features. Is there any other non-gameplay related feature that you would want to see in the King of Fighters 15? Let me know in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video from Neo Geo Now. Now don't forget to like and subscribe if you have not done so, and I would like to take this opportunity and thank my patrons for supporting the channel and making this content possible. Making daily videos and especially the documentaries and lore episodes takes a very long time and a lot of effort, and being able to get some support for these time-consuming tasks allow me to keep going and strive for more and better content. With that said, I want to give a big special shout out to Michael, Brian Yard, Fahad As-Suwaidi, Heinz Green 3, and SSBM Slicktricks, as well as special thanks to Shaka Asamiya, Refugio Robles, Felipe Guimara, Jiehao Zhu, Gil Sao, and Muhammad Al-Blushi. Those of you who are not yet Neo Geo Now patrons, I hope you will check my Patreon page where you can become patrons, helping the channel produce more videos as well as receive special perks that are exclusive to patrons, like early access to videos, exclusive making-offs, and other SNK digital goodies. Link for the Neo Geo Patreon page is in the description below. So until next time, thank you for watching.